But there are millions of people, both in America and all around the world, who are battling inadequacies connected to religion. It is me dabbling with the Nation of Islam before I was a Christian and trying to figure out how much do I have to do to please the false deity of the Nation of Islam. It is well-meaning unbelievers who think that they have to clean up their lives for themselves before they can come to God in faith and trust Him for what they cannot do on their own. It is religious men and women who think that through good behavior and performance, they can actually earn approval from God, as if anything they are doing can actually make them righteous in the sight of God. It is crippling. It is tiring. There is no bottom for that. That is a bottomless pit that human beings will always be in, because we will never know when we have done enough, quote unquote, to please God. This is the struggle of billions of people around the world. This is the struggle of millions of people in the U.S. This is the struggle of people in this room and in the overflow watching me across that camera. This is the struggle of the brother we find at the center of this particular text. An encounter that Christ had so important that 3 of the 4 gospel writers, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, thought that this one encounter was so important that all 3 of them needed to record this particular encounter. We know from last week's message that Christ had just taught about children, and we see Him bringing children close to Him, proximity. Now we will see another brother after children where there is distance when it comes to proximity. Matthew tells us in Matthew chapter 19 and beginning in verse 16, Matthew writes, "And behold," a very important word, "a man came up to Him saying, 'Teacher, what good deed must I do to have eternal life?'" Now, Matthew leaves out some details that Mark gives us. Matthew will later tell us that this brother is young. Mark would tell us that this brother, when he ran up on Jesus, he knelt down before Him in humility.